The Cycle of the Six Moons, The Starriest Summer by Gediyon. Chapter 3, Ticking Toward Paralysis. Video games usually start out cheerful. You have an ordinary boy living a boring life on a sweet little island or in a cute little fairy forest when destiny calls and whisks him away on an adventure of a lifetime. I guess this is the kind of game where I'm thrown into the frying pan from the start, which sucks because I was really looking forward to a stroll down Tahitian docks. I knew the peaceful boat ride with Gediyon was too good to be true. As the boat approaches the village, the dark fog blocks out sunlight until it's as dark as night. A cool breeze swirls through the mist. Blazing torches illuminate the wooden docks, and I'm not even sure if they're grounded to anything. The docks and lower-level huts seem to be floating on the surface. They rock freely as the boat ripples the water. Above, the higher huts hang from the trunks and branches of massive trees that grow straight from the sea, and narrow walkways connect one tree to another. This place would be awesome if it weren't so gloomy. I look back at Gediyon. Apparently the fog is affecting him too. His smile has faded. He pulls into a swaying dock where the other boats are tied and begins anchoring his own. What exactly happened here?
The dam has breached, contaminating the crystal lagoon with the toxins of the tainted sea. Even the purified drinking water has become poisonous.
So is it deadly?
It can be, yes. But the effects are gradual. When enough poison has accumulated in the body, it renders them completely immobilized.
He gestures toward the water sphere.
Normally, it's illegal to capture these fish, but I have permission from King Orison himself to cook these for the villagers.
He smiles at me.
It's great luck that you had attracted them when you fell into the water. I might not have found them otherwise. When properly prepared, they produce an adrenaline rush that is otherwise fatal. But for these people, that's just what they need to recover. The fish can't sustain them for long, though, and that's why we must also repair the dam.
So that's what I'm here for.
Everyone will appreciate it if you could do that for us, Michelle. But we should probably consult the mayor beforehand.
He manages to stand up without rocking the boat. I couldn't tell when he was sitting down, but he is really tall. Not like a professional basketball player, but still over 6 feet. He steps onto the dock, then reaches toward me to help me out. I take his hands and, geez, how could anybody have hands that are so strong and gentle at the same time? With a flick of his hand, the water sphere rises out of the boat and follows us down the dock. Looking around, I can't help but feel that something will jump out of the water and attack me, and I don't even have a weapon yet. I hope I won't encounter any jump scares this early in the game. At least Gediyon is with me. I walk a little closer behind him. In the labyrinth of floating walkways around the corner, I catch the first glimpse of the villagers. They're more like statues, standing in place and looking like they haven't reached their destinations in time. The only movement I see in them is the wind flowing in their hair and through their loose, colorful garments. They're like frozen, ghoulish statues, and I don't want to get too close in case they latch onto my back and suck my life from behind. Gediyon, however, walks right up to a particularly droopy living statue and says,
We've brought the rush fish. Hang in there. You'll be back to normal very soon.
He waves his hand and says,
This way, Michelle.
So this is what the poison did to them? They're not like zombified, are they? He simply answers,
Yes. I must hurry and cook the fish stew before the respiratory systems fail as well.
I giggle out of nerves when I pass one of the statues. I hope the same doesn't happen to me. As he leads me into the heart of the village, I see more people. Not all of them move as slow as the statues we passed. Some of them only look like they're in slow motion, and others look normal. I see other men dressed similarly to Gediyon who also have water magic. Instead of just controlling it, they actually create water from their fingertips and pass the fresh water around the villagers to drink. I smile when I see children thank the mages with hugs. That stuff is safe to drink, right?
Fortunately, yes. Otherwise, the entire village would have succumbed to the poison.
He finally stops at the largest and probably most well-lit hut in the village. The main building is round and circular, but it's built into a tree trunk that extends higher, and I can see several windows carved above. They glow orange with candlelight. Beautifully designed silk sheets drape in the breeze. Pearly seashells frame the open doorway. Inside, someone is playing an instrument that looks like a lute. Everyone in here is lying on woven mats or snoring against the curved walls. At least they aren't statues, though. The burning candles smell like sandalwood, I think. But somewhere else I can smell something delicious. Like my mom's cooking before she became too lazy to cook from scratch. Whatever it is makes my mouth water, and I'm almost afraid that I'll drool onto one of the sleeping villagers. Gediyon starts inside. The villagers who are still awake reach for him, and for a moment he takes their hands and squeezes them, then gives them a smile for reassurance.
Thank you.
Mayor Rael, I've brought the fish and a special guest.
From the other side of the hut walks a short, balding man of about 60 or so. He wears a blue, red, and orange square cap on top of his shiny head, tinted glasses, and a brown apron over his clothes, which resemble the other villagers. He's carrying a spatula that appears to be carved out of a shell.
Thank goddess that you're back so early.
He greets Gediyon with a hug.
I've already chopped the vegetables for you and the broth is in the pot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll begin right away.
Gediyon pats the mayor on his shoulder and leads a sphere of water around the hut into what I think is the kitchen. Poor fishies. I follow him when the mayor sees me and gasps.
Goddess?
Gediyon peeks his head into view.
Mayor,
How do you even know that I'm this goddess of yours?
You look just like her!
Who, this angel chick of yours? I don't think so.
She came from time. I think she's here to help us.
The mayor looks at me sternly.
You shouldn't be here! We were born in a dormant cycle!
Whoa. Even if I am this goddess of this game world of yours, you should probably be a bit more welcoming. I mean, 3 people so far tell me I shouldn't be here. That's not much incentive for me to be a good role model.
We were supposed to live in a peaceful cycle.
Mayor, please, this must be a good omen. Michelle is goddess after all.
When Gediyon says it like that, it makes me want to shut up and accept my video game rank. How bad can it be? The goddess rank is probably higher than anything else.
If only you understood, Gediyon.
He looks at me, first shaking his head, then nodding with what I hope is some approval.
Then there's nothing we can do but welcome you back, Miss Goddess.
With both of his hands, he reaches toward my arms and caresses them. I'm not sure if I would feel more awkward if he gave me a hug. Michelle. My name's Michelle.
Goddess Michelle, then.
Just Michelle. God, I hope I don't have to do this with everyone I meet. He nods.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not the most enlightened when it comes to the teachings of the cycle. I presume you've mastered your abilities on time?
I see Gediyon smile and pull back into the kitchen. I have abilities? Are they cooler than Gediyon's? The mayor furrows his eyebrows and smiles and shakes his head.
Will I be the first to mentor Goddess in this lifetime? But I'm a disgrace!
I squint at him. Can't Gediyon teach me?
I'd love to, Michelle, but...
He has a delicious meal to prepare, and he doesn't know the first thing about being Goddess.
And the mayor does? He pulls me away from the kitchen toward one of the mats.
Hopes, dreams, imagination. These lie in the heart of our Creator. Miss Goddess, you have the power of creation and destruction, the ability to manipulate stars at your own will. You would have so much more power, even over the cycle itself, if Goddess AI hadn't given up her immortality to become human.
So, wait, do I have awesome magic powers like Gediyon? Can I even heal people? He looks toward the ceiling, and I think he's holding back another sigh.
She really is from time, then. Why are we blessed with an incompetent goddess in an awakened cycle?
Jeez, I can hear you, old man. I guess this means I'm not as cool as Gediyon.
In the past, when our goddess was reborn, she was found and trained from a young age to help the people of stars. She could fix things.
Did he just dumb down his history lesson for me? And you want me to fix this dam of yours? Alright, I've got it. Let me at it.
Not so fast, Miss Goddess.
It's Michelle!
You see, this dam is currently under tide. Only at midnight does the whirlpool open, granting you a safe path through the broken dam. But you are not prepared in your current condition. You see, this whirlpool lasts for only about 20 minutes, and if you do not have the proper skills to repair the dam in time, the water will rush in and not only destroy any attempted repairs, but also blast you full on with a tainted sea's toxin.
He looks aside.
This single blast has even killed some of our best craftsmen in an instant.
I gulp.
But we are running out of time. The rush fish stew will only help us for so long, and we cannot depend on the Arsilians to provide us with fresh water forever. If we continue to let the toxin leak into our lagoon, the fish and coral will die. Not to mention, we may not survive very long either.
Then let me do this already!
I do not know if 11 hours is enough to teach you the necessary skills.
I don't care! Teach me! I'll learn! He shrugs, nods, then reaches into his apron pockets. He pulls out 2 shells, which seems to be the same material his spatula is made of.
Then, use your imagination to repair this spoon as it was before.
He hands the shells to me. This was a spoon? I can see where it snapped in the middle of the handle, and it would probably be easy enough to glue back together if I had any glue. Glue wouldn't make it flawless, though. Oh, yeah, sure. Fixing the shell's gonna be a piece of cake. Maybe if I actually paid attention in biology. How am I supposed to know how shells are made? I look at the pieces from all angles and pretend I know what I'm doing. The mayor watches me with an amused, raised eyebrow. I'll teach you to be amused, old man. Why can't this be easier like in normal video games? Why can't I have a tutorial that I can follow at a slow pace? Mr. Video Game Designer badly needs to rethink this part of the game. I press the pieces together where they broke, and they align well, but they don't stick together. Actually, if I look closely, there's a tiny triangular fragment that has broken off. If only I can find that tiny shard and smooth it over somehow. How the heck are shells made? I never thought they would annoy me so much. I pull the 2 pieces apart again. Still not sticking. Okay, tiny shard, fly over to me right now wherever you are and stick into this frickin' socket. Come on, fix already! Fix yourself, you goddamn piece of crap! The mayor holds his hands together proudly and smiles.
There you go.
There you go, old man! I'm gonna smack him with a spoon and wipe that smile off his face. The spoon! It's 1 piece again! I did it! I spring to my feet and skip to the kitchen, waving around the spoon. Gediyon, I did it! Fire is coming out of the palm of his hand. Gediyon, you can firebend too? The mayor claps.
Well done, Miss Goddess.
Am I ready to fix the dam yet?
Not quite. The whirlpool opens at midnight, remember? I suggest you familiarize yourself with this ability. And tonight we can decide if you're ready.
Fine. Can I help Gediyon then?
Gediyon is a distraction.
Gediyon drops diced fish into a frying pan and laughs.
Am I, Mayor?
Why, if I was a young lady myself, I would let you distract me in a heartbeat.
Did the mayor just hit on Gediyon? He chuckles, then puts a hand on my back.
Come, Miss Goddess, let's see to the villagers.